Hi, welcome to Talking So Kids Will Listen, language that connects, not commands. Communication strategies that foster cooperation. My name is Amy Weber. I am one of the co founders of Speak, Learn, and Play. And this month we are focusing on listening. I am so glad that you are taking the time today to invest in one of the most powerful parenting tools that you have, your words. This short webinar is all about how to talk so kids will actually listen by using language that invites cooperation and not conflict. Today, we are going to cover how to use clear, age appropriate language, how to avoid power struggles using positive phrasing, why empathy matters, even in routine instructions, and how to set boundaries without yelling or nagging. So, with all of that said, let's jump in. First, we want to be clear and speak to your child's level. This is all about using age appropriate language. Children, especially younger ones, don't process vague or abstract instructions well. What feels obvious to us can be super confusing to them. So we want to try these types of strategies. We want to be specific. Instead of be good and try your hardest, we want to say something like, please keep your hands to yourself while we're in the store. Super clear, right? That's a clear message of what the expectation is. We want to break it down. Clean your room feels overwhelming to kids. It feels overwhelming to adults too. Start by putting all the books back on the shelf. We want to break it up into very small, reasonable requests that feel more manageable for a child. We want to use short sentences and simple words, especially for toddlers and preschoolers. But I would say that that's true for older kids too. My general rule of thumb is the same number of words for the child's age. So if you have a 2-year-old, I would try to use 2 or 3 word phrases. If you have a 7-year-old, I would try to use 6, 7, 8 word sentences and obviously adjust if your child has a processing disorder or a receptive language delay, then you're going to want to use even shorter sentences. We don't want to be sarcastic and we don't want to be subtle. Little kids don't understand those things yet. Clear language isn't dumbing things down. It's showing respect for where your child is developmentally. We always want to keep that in mind. Where is my child developmentally? And, you know, if you are the parent of a child, you know that developmentally they can be lots of different places in the same day. They can be acting like a toddler, they can be acting like a teenager, they can be acting like the lovely 8-year-old that they are. So we want to kind of read the situation and think about where they are right this moment and use that kind of language with them. Avoid power struggles with positive phrasing. So, this is a big trap with kids, power struggles. Commands like, don't talk back or because I said so might get short term compliance, but they often create long term resistance and resentment. So, here's how we want to reframe that. Instead of stop yelling, we want to try use your indoor voice, please. Instead of don't run, we want to say something like walking feet inside. Why does this work? Why is this important? Kids respond better to what to do rather than what not to do. And I think that's true for all of us, but we're talking about kids, right? So we always want to try to phrase something with what behavior we want to see rather than the behavior that we don't want to see. It also shifts the tone from control to collaboration. It takes us out of this power dynamic and puts us on the same team with our child. And we always want to be looking for ways to be on our child's team. Also, offering limited choices whenever possible. Do you want to brush your teeth first or put your pajamas on first? We want to give them a sense of agency while still keeping things on track. So it has to be two choices that you can live with. If we do them in this order or that order, it doesn't matter. It's all getting done. So we always want to try to involve them in the process if we can. Empathy. Why is this important? It is the not so secret ingredient to better communication. When kids feel understood, they are more likely to cooperate. That doesn't mean you have to agree with their resistance. It just means acknowledging their experience. So, for example, instead of stop whining and just get in the car, we want to try something like, I know you don't want to leave the park. It's so hard to go when you're having a good time. Let's pick a song to listen to in the car. Or, I get it. You are sick of homework. It is so much. Let's do the first two problems together. Empathy doesn't make you soft. It makes you someone your child can trust, even when things are tough. It also, again, puts you and your child on the same team. And we always want to be looking for opportunities for you and your child to be on the same team. Setting boundaries without yelling or nagging. Let's be honest, setting boundaries without losing your cool is really, really hard, but it's doable with consistent, respectful communication. So here's what I'd like you to try. State the expectation calmly and clearly. It's time to turn off the game in 5 minutes. I'll let you know when that time is up. Use when then statements. When your toys are picked up, then you can have a snack. This frames the boundary as a path to a positive outcome, not a punishment. Avoid repeating yourself over and over. Instead of nagging, give one reminder and then follow through with a calm consequence. And the trick is to find a natural or a logical consequence, something related. If you don't pick up your Legos, then I'm going to put them away for today. If your child is not picking up their Legos, then that's the logical consequence. If your child is not turning off the iPad, then they might lose iPad time the next day. That's a logical consequence. Not putting on your shoes and then losing TV time is not connected. That's not a logical consequence. So we always want to be trying to tie the consequence and the boundary to the thing that we're actually in the middle of. Here's a key tip. Yelling teaches fear, not respect. Kids tune out when the volume goes up. Your calm presence is much more powerful than you think. So let's quickly recap what we have covered today. We are using clear and age appropriate, developmentally appropriate language. We are trying to replace commands with positive phrasing. Instead of using the what not to do, we're trying to say what we'd like them to do. We're trying to bring empathy into everyday instructions. And we're trying to set boundaries with calm consistency. No yelling, no nagging. Talking so kids will listen isn't about using perfect words. It's about showing respect. It's about offering connection, and it's about leading with intention. You're not just giving instructions. You are building your child's ability to cooperate, regulate, and relate to others. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are walking away with a few phrases or ideas you can use right now. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.